Hi, Allison from Health Nut Nation. I'm here today to share one of my favorite breakfasts with you. I was inspired to create this shake after reading The 4-Hour Body by Timothy Ferriss. He suggests getting 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes to an hour of waking every day. And I found that to be pretty challenging. But after some work, I came up with a way to make breakfast one of my favorite meals of the day, as well as getting in all of the different components that he recommended. So I'm going to share with you what I've come up with and how I make it. So let's get started. First of all, I put 2 cups of ice in my Vitamix blender. Now, if you don't have a high-powered blender like a Vitamix or a Blendtec, you can use any type of blender. Even I know people use and love like the little magic bullets as well. So I've got my ice in there, and I really like to add espresso coffee to this, and you can do that in many forms. You can do it with like the instant espresso powder if you like. I happen to have an espresso maker, so I add 4 shots. This is 2 shots right here, and I add it over the ice, and that melts the ice a little bit, and that's fine. So I'm going to add my other 2 shots of coffee. You can use strongly brewed coffee, you can use instant coffee. It's whatever you have around, and you don't even have to add coffee if you're not a coffee drinker. That's just fine. Next, I add my whey protein concentrate, and this is Biochem, and it's actually a whey protein that I get from Pharmaca, and you can also order it online. I really like it. It's got a nice flavor to it, and it doesn't, although it has stevia in it, it doesn't have that kind of aftertaste that stevia tends to have. I think that they keep that modified by adding a little bit of just the evaporated cane syrup. So it calls for 2 scoops. I add 2 scoops, and within that 2 scoops it has, let's see, it's got 22 grams of protein in it. Now, because whey protein is so highly absorbable, it is digested very, very quickly. So you can drink this, if you just drink the whey protein, you will probably be hungry within an hour. And that's fine if you're trying to rebuild after a really heavy workout and you just want to add that protein for your muscles. But for the rest of us who are just trying to get a breakfast down, we need to have some staying power to it. So again, I use this Biochem, and I use the egg protein powder, which comes in both chocolate and vanilla. And this is the vanilla flavor, which I can't find the scoop to because I didn't open it first. That's okay. Okay, so if I use a full scoop of this, it is 20 more grams of protein. I don't really want 42 grams of protein, so I'm just going to add a half of a scoop of this. So I'm around my 30 grams. Okay, and I really like the egg protein powder. It just has such good strong staying power, and I notice that when I use it I feel full for so much longer than if I don't have the egg protein powder. So I highly recommend that. Now, another thing that keeps our blood sugar nice and stable is cinnamon. And because I'm using chocolate, I am going to measure very carefully and put some in. There we go. And this is Saigon cinnamon that I just get from Costco, and it's really nice, and it I don't especially like to use it when I have a vanilla protein powder because it's a little bit strong for me, but I love the chocolate, coffee, cinnamon combination in this particular shake. So we'll move our used ingredients out of the way. Next, I add a little bit of chopped ginger, and I use this chopped fresh ginger that I peel and dice, and it does have a little bit of a kick to it, a little bit of spice. So if you're not a ginger fan, that's okay, just leave it out. It has some great anti-inflammatory processes to it, and I really like the flavor, so it's again a personal choice. The next thing I add is avocado. Now, one of the things that I really missed when I started making these shakes was a banana in it, because banana adds a nice, smooth, creamy texture. And so I had to find a substitute, and I found avocado. Now, I add 1/4 of an avocado generally, and I would add more, but I love avocado, and it keeps me full throughout the day. So I tend to wait and have the other part of my avocado in a salad later in the day or just alone. Now, I generally just peel off the skin. If your avocado is just the exact ripeness, you can just peel that skin right off. You don't have to scoop it. You don't have to peel it with a knife. It's very, very simple. And then, see, I just take out the pit. Now, a little known fact is that you can actually refrigerate avocados. What used to happen to me was that I would get like 3 avocados, and I couldn't eat them fast enough. They would rot. So when they are the exact texture that I like, which is just has a little bit of give to it, I just put the whole thing in the refrigerator, and I cut 1/4 of it off whenever I'm going to use it, and I leave the pit in the center of it, and that will keep it from turning brown. And then I just put it in a plastic bag, and 2 avocados last me about 4 to 8 days, depending on how much I eat. So I love the avocado. It gives it a lovely creamy texture, and it's just not the same without it. So a little bit goes a long way, and you can add more if you'd like more of that, of the good high quality fat that the avocado has. Mint. I happen to have mint right now. This got a little wilted under the lights, but that's okay. I'm growing the mint outside, and I love mint. Avocado and mint go really well together. Sometimes I'll even squeeze a little lime juice in it because it just that combination is really good. And then if you want to get the beans in, if you're a slow carb dieter, you can add black beans to your shake. Okay, it seems like quite a combination, but I promise you it's good. Now, today I have chard. During the winter, I usually buy like bags of spinach, and I use spinach, but since I have chard from the garden, I'm going to use chard today. Now, I do take off this spine. I think that it's a little bit bitter, and if you have a regular blender, it's not going to really get chopped up finely enough. Plus, I have chickens, so I just chop it up a little bit. I'm going to get the top on here nice and tight. You don't want it hitting the ceiling. I actually have had that almost happen before. And that's not sealed on top. So here we go. Why isn't it starting? Oh, wrong button. So this looks well blended and nicely incorporated. And I've got my great big humongous glass here, my BPA free glass. And you can see that this is, it's not a real runny consistency. It's almost a pudding, and I like it that way personally. I don't like it too watery, but you can add more ice and water. You can add almond milk, you can add coconut milk, whatever you like and works for you. I haven't found a big difference when I add coconut milk, so I just keep out I just do it with water and ice. And this is a big shake, but I get it down pretty fast. I usually drink some while I'm getting ready, and then I take the rest of it with me. So right here, you've got a great start to your day. You can depend on this shake to keep you going for quite a few hours, and to not drop that blood sugar all of a sudden. It'll give you a nice steady burn, which is what you want to get you through to lunchtime, so you don't snack on all of those things in the vending machine. Here's to your great healthy day.